Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. Let me just get the heads up if we are live and then we'll get started.
Okay.
Well, we are good to go. Let's get started. So, yeah, hello everyone. Good evening from this side of the world. Actually, Nate, I think my voice is reflecting from your end.
Okay. So I will have to mute the sound, right?
I guess.
Okay, give me a brief moment. Let me do that. Okay,
Sure,
so
no problem.
what I'm doing, I'm watching from Binance Live whilst join from this end as well. So I will have to end the Binance Live and then join
I
from here.
think
So
I think that's no problem. The live will continue to be like that, and you can tune into the recording maybe if you need to, go back and check something.
okay, okay. So I'm quickly going to go off from here. So as I'm on the other side, so that we can easily get to be live. So
Sure,
I
no
think
problem.
I'm finishing on that now. Do you still hear?
Sorry.
Do you still hear my sound?
I
Is it
am
double
still
again?
able. Yeah, I'm still able. Wait a second. I think it's gone
Hello,
now. It's gone now. My voice is not reflecting anymore.
hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you
Yeah, it is
loud and
still
clear.
coming in the background.
Okay, give me a minute. Let me work it out. And oh, do you still hear from double
Well,
sound?
let's see. Like the volume is lower, but yeah, I can still hear that.
Okay, I'm working it out. Let me go off and come
Okay.
back, please.
Sure, no problem. I'm waiting.
Mhm. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And this, I hope everything is okay now.
The voice is still there, actually.
Wow. Because I've cleared off everything though, so I don't know why we
Oh,
still have.
I think, well, it's not that much. Maybe we can manage.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
If it's still not going, let me know so that I can find a way to
I
go off it.
mean, it's there. If there's a way you can try one more time, then it will be great. Otherwise, yeah, we gotta manage. We have a time slot.
Is it okay now?
Yes, yes, it is. All right, awesome. Okay,
Okay, so it was
so
my headset, right?
Interesting. Okay, so let's get started. So, hello everyone. Good evening from this side of the world, and welcome to today's Binance Live AMA hosted by Reliant Crypto. We are really excited to bring this session to you because we have a very special guest with us today, Mr. Jokshan Nartey. Pardon me if I'm not pronouncing it right. But yeah, everyone, Jokshan is the CEO of Caniverse today. We're going to be diving into Caniverse vision, its journey, and of course, get to know more about what's ahead for the project. We're going to have a bunch of Q&As, so make sure you stay tuned till the end so that you don't miss out. So yeah, Jokshan, thank you so much for joining us today. Now that the voice has left us, let's get the conversation going. It's a pleasure to have you here. Before we get started with the questions, could you please introduce yourself to the community and give a brief background about yourself and how you came here at Caniverse.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, you mentioned the name very correct. For the first time, you've been able to do that, and I'm very happy you did it. My name is Jokshan Nartey. I'm a Ghanaian, and I came into the crypto space a little early. I started with promotion of Bitcoin and all that from somewhere 2014, 2015, and I've been in the space for all this while. Basically, this is what I do, and I have been to school through tutored by Nicholas Antonopoulos, and I hold a certificate from the University of Nicosia as a blockchain expert, also a blockchain and cryptocurrency expert. I also happen to do another study from Hash University. I hold BSc and CSc from the crypto and blockchain network. Actually, with Hash, they are the owners of HTML Coin, and they have a whole school that they train people to learn how to create cryptocurrencies, blockchains, and all that, build on the blockchains and all that. So basically, this is the brief information about myself. And as a crypto enthusiast, I've been writing also, I've written a number of articles about cryptocurrencies and blockchain as well. You can, when you Google my name, you'll find some writings about myself and then also about cryptocurrency online. Yeah, so basically, this is who I am. I've been in the space for the roller coaster years and then also for the good years as well. I can say I'm one of the pioneers in the space in Ghana where we keep pushing for adoption. Yes, the last time, one of the pivotal moments for myself was when we held a program and the Bank of Ghana attended, and I point blank told the Bank of Ghana they have to start studying cryptocurrency. That was 2017. They didn't pay much attention to it though, but those who did actually can attest to the fact that cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, has brought some form of stability or wealth to those who have followed and then who have taken a step towards having it. So, yes, I've been in the ecosystem for a while now. And once you have the knowledge, you have the expertise, you were trained. In fact, I've been trained twice by Andrea Antonopoulos, and then also with Hash, I've been trained once. I think, or we all think, once you have that kind of a knowledge, you have to bring it and then push the system to go. So basically, this is who I am. This is who I am, and not a junction. This is who I am. Thank you very much.
Well, that was one decent introduction. Heads up, everyone, we have a crypto veteran here. So, yeah, Jokshan, to kick things off, I want to start with the question: what exactly is Caniverse, and how is it different from blockchain projects that are just focused on speculation?
Okay, so Canvas is a project. Let me start from myself. The whole idea of Canvas is we have the whole ecosystem. Most of the tokens that are coming up, the projects that are coming up are more of speculative. Once they come up, they make the noise, they do the hypes, then they sell, the owners sell off, and then they go away. And then they leave the community to themselves. This is one of the major reasons people across across board worldwide, most of them are reluctant to get into the ecosystem or get and then tap into the wealth that is being created in the crypto space. What we are doing at Caniverse and what brought us here is just simple. We have a whole lot of people that needs to be brought on board the crypto train or the blockchain train. We cannot just do it by speculating, making noise. Once they come in, we scam them off and then we go. So the basic information or the basic knowledge that led us into creating Canvas is just simple. We create an ecosystem where we create wealth whilst we train others to join the wealth creation train. And then also we bring in world solutions to make sure we have uh, we solve basic solutions that are supposed to be given to the people. So basically, this is what we are doing. We don't want to come up or come into the ecosystem where we do something and then within the short possible time we get off the ecosystem. So we started this project. Canvas was started in 2020. We've started it, the conceptualization and everything started in 2020, and then we've started building from there. We are 5 years into the project, and this is when we think we have to go worldwide for everyone to get to know us. So, a project that we've been building for 5 years, we cannot just come speculate about it and then just go away. We want it to be a sustainable project. Everyone who joins us must be sustained, improved, and they must also become wealthy, both in knowledge, in finances, and also to be able to tell the world that yes, there's a project that is going on that needs to be embraced. So basically, this is what I can say about Caniverse not being a speculative platform, but a platform that wants to bring the people to closer to the blockchain and also make sure the world that is being created in blockchain will be given to the people. Thank you.
Okay, a platform that brings people to the blockchain ecosystem. Absolutely. Moving forward, so I have a bunch of questions, right? So let's get into the details now. So,
Okay.
Jokshan, Caniverse uses both CNV and CDG tokens, right? Could you explain
Yes.
how the dual token model works?
Okay. So to explain the dual token system, what we are doing is we have the blockchains that works. We have the ecosystem also, but we have systems that we have to create. Most of the time when blockchains or projects come up, the ecosystem become users. The people who buy the tokens and all that, they become users. They don't make decisions within the ecosystem. So like Bitcoin. it is those who, let's say, mine the larger or the whales that decide what happens at each time. There are projects that you see the team alone makes the the noise, or they decide what happens, whether to move the price or bring the price down and all that. They decide it. But what we are doing in Caniverse is just simple. We know a community, the community we are building will also want to have a say in what we are building. So we are creating a community token, whilst we are creating a wealth, sustainable wealth creation token as well. So CDG is the Caniverse Digital Gold, which provides stability and long-term value through its intrinsic design. Our design for CDG is to make sure it has it is a store of value. Yes, let me say that it is a store of value of the ecosystem, while CNV becomes the community token. So, like you store the CDG is a gold that is stored in the vault to support the ecosystem, whilst you can use the CNV tokens to do your daily trades. In Ghana, in my country, we have a system whereby you have the cedis, you have the currency, the national currency, and we have gold. So the government buys gold and keeps it in the central bank to make sure that it becomes the store of value for the ecosystem. So when there is a trouble, you just go in, pick the gold, and then use it to support the ecosystem so that it will still be sustainable. This is what we have, and this is why we've decided to create the dual token platform. Thank you. If you have other questions, you can bring it up.
Of course, I do have more questions. Well, I mean,
Mm.
we kind of discussed this already, but you'd like to add something on the token side. So, why was the CNV token supply reduced from 500 trillion to 3 trillion, and what impact does this have on long term value?
Okay, so there's one thing that we have to always know. When there is inflation and deflation, when you have more, when you have more, most of the users do not see the value so much of it. But when you have less, a lot of people sees the value of it. Imagine you have, um, let me use this platform as an example. BitTorrent had a token, and the name was BTT. At the point, the value of BTT was around, I think, 0.03 or so on Binance. And then they decided to deflate the value. So they created more than what was there. What happened was, after releasing the tokens and then the swap and everything was done, people just left the ecosystem and they were gone. Why? Because devaluing the token always brings trouble. People will not see the value of the number of tokens they have. We at Caniverse are deciding not to go that way. Initially, we started with 500 trillion, but we are looking at the number of tokens sitting in your wallet with low value. We think having a less number of tokens with a higher value would also bring in more people into the ecosystem. So what we are looking at is making sure that we have, even with the bringing the values down to 3 trillion, we are also looking at making sure that we have enough people who are coming into the ecosystem, whatever they buy must be valuable, must have the same value as uh, they are supposed to get, so that you will not end up having so many tokens in your wallet, and then it will not give you so much value as it is. So basically, this is what we looked at. Let me say something a little about it as well. The reduction was a bold but necessary move. At 500 trillion, CNV risk being seen as just another meme token with no real scarcity, because you will see that the number is too many. So there will be no scarcity. Once you have $1, you can get so many. But with the level that we are in now, you have $1 and you have to get a few. That few that you will get will, at the end of the day, give you more value than having a trillion sitting in your wallet, and it will be costing somewhere around $2, $3, or $5. So we are looking at cutting it down to 3 trillion supply will bring true scarcity and also value alignment. It will position us for sustainable long-term growth, which will ensure that the benefit, it becomes beneficial to the user and also the ecosystem. So basically, this is what we have decided to do, and we are not looking at the hype or the number, but we are looking at what we want to offer the community.
Well, that's a really good approach indeed. Okay, moving ahead, let me just grab my bag of questions. Just a moment. Yeah. So I have another one on CDG. So, what role
Okay.
does Caniverse Digital Gold, which we call CDG, play alongside the CNV token?
So as I mentioned earlier, CDG is designed to be the anchor of value, the store of value in the ecosystem. You understand? While CNV is flexible and is community driven, CDG is the store of value or the store of wealth for the ecosystem, much like gold in traditional financial world. Just like I mentioned, the Bank of Ghana, and then the government deciding to use gold to back the the currency. Yes, so this we think will power high value trades and give both the user and then the both ends, that is the ecosystem and also the project, they will gain long-term savings and future DeFi opportunities within the Caniverse. CDG is like the foundation of stability upon which CNV and the project will thrive on. So basically, this is what CDG is. It is a store value for the ecosystem.
Okay, that definitely answers the question. All right, moving ahead to the next one, I would love to get into the sustainability and energy segment. So, my next question to you is one unique thing is, the magnokinetic energy supply, which we call MKES generators. So, can you share how these contribute to Caniverse's eco friendly energy mission?
So initially, when I started, I mentioned that we want to bring the world to blockchain, but we cannot just bring them into blockchain without solving issues. So we have the financial aspect that will be solved whilst people trade, they buy and sell the tokens, they will get it. But we have another unique niche which we are building, and we till today we've been able to secure some patents, but we are yet to finalize everything, which at the end of the day we will bring it up. MKES is a platform, is a project that we are also busy working on. It is going to be worldwide, but with that one, ecosystems and places where you want to make impact both physical and then also on the blockchain or in on the internet space. So with the physical work that we want to do, we are looking at bringing up the MKES platform where you can buy generators, power generators. It is nano kinetic generators where you don't need gas. In America, we say gas, but in Africa, people say it is fuel or let's say gas and any other uh, liquid product that will be able to power the generators. You don't need anything like that. All you need is to power it on and it will work. The nanomagnetic project is at a stage that will soon be announced to the world where we have reached. But once the generators come on board, what we are looking to do is it will be sold to households, where you do not need to power generators with gas anymore. All you need is once you have this platform, once you have this generator, you plug it in to your power source and you get to go. It becomes perpetual power generating source for you, where you do not need the national grid or you do not need an external electricity to be able to power your generator. You do not need gas, petrol, any other petroleum product. All you need is put the machine on. It has been created already. We've tested it and it works perfectly. It works very perfect. The creation also has some components that gives us that kind of leverage, and we are working around it. We've not completed everything yet. We've not been able to finalize everything, but we know very soon, before the end of this year and next year, that project will also come up upstream, and anywhere in the world, if you want to use it, we can ship it to you and you use the MKES platform. Let me talk briefly about its components. It is supposed to be green energy. Once we are working on the blockchain as well, we are also looking at the green energy aspect, where we bring eco-friendly energy sources to the users. And even when you come into the blockchain space with crypto mining, especially with Bitcoin, you know it is power intensive, cost costly. It costs a lot before you can be able to mine Bitcoin and all that. With what we have now, with the machines that we are working on, if those machines come upstream and you would want to use it to mine Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, what happens is all you need is to connect it, because it is a perpetual platform. The generator does not go off unless you put it off. It does not need gas unless you decide you will not use it anymore. It is perpetual. Once you start using it, it continues unabated. And it is something that we've studied, understudied, experimented it, and we've seen how we can do it. We've actually done one before. We've tested it across board and it works perfectly. So we are creating a platform, or within the ecosystem we are creating that platform as well, where we'll provide power generator to people who are willing to buy. And once you buy it, you use it to do whatever you want. Maybe you want to power your house, you want to power your factories or whatever, you can use it to power them and then it will work perfectly. But we are not there yet. With that one, we are not there yet. Very soon it will be out and people will get to see it. We plan to get it to the Asians, to then to the Africans as well, to any part of the world. Whoever wants to get it can also get it. Thank you very much.
Well, I wasn't really a mining kind of person, but yeah, this information is definitely interesting. Um, okay, so my next one is about, the tech and innovation you guys are putting in. So what I've seen is you're also working on a layer one blockchain, right? So
Yes.
what advantages will this bring compared to existing networks?
Okay, so once we bring up layer one blockchains, it's just simple. You know, the networks are very available. Some are very difficult to use. Some are very difficult to use. We want to bring the basic platform where anybody can easily use it without trouble. There are some platforms you will use, and the next time you want to use, you will have to go and look for someone to come and use. And we are doing this because we know the crypto space, not all persons who come in, like let's say they come in today, then they become well versed with whatever is in the crypto space. But there are so many things that we think can be done on in the space. There are so many things, and we want to build this platform, this ecosystem, this blockchain to be able to serve everybody, everybody. So layer one blockchain is going to be something like this. We'll bring, once we launch it, hopefully by the end of this year and latest by not less than 2027, we will be able to bring it out. The benefits include bridging, where we make sure that we bridge users. So let's say someone is on blockchain Bitcoin, and they want to transact using Solana, or they want to transact using BSC. These platforms sometimes are very difficult to bridge. So we want to create a layer whereby you just send it, and then within seconds you just send a prompt. You write a prompt and tell this person, I am going to send this amount to this person, send it through this wallet address, and it will go through. It will go through. In Ghana, we something has been experimented in Ghana, and we are going to look at that model to be able to do this. What was experimented is this: we have the mobile money interoperability in Ghana. That is what we are also looking to bring aboard the blockchain space, where you have funds in sitting in your mobile money wallet. Then you decide you want to send it to a certain bank. All you have to do is use a code, select the bank's name, and then you send the amount, and it goes through. The person sitting in the bank will receive them funds. So we want to bridge the gap between sending cryptocurrency to another blockchain. You don't have to go and swap. Make sure it's BSC. You, I think we are all getting the point. Sometimes when you are sending tokens, like you are sending BSC token to Solana wallet, you have to make sure it is Solana wallet before you can be able to send Solana wallet token to Solana wallet. But with what we are bringing aboard, we will create a platform whereby the system itself must recognize the token you are sending to. So let's say I am sending a wallet address, a token to a certain wallet address. The system must tell me that this wallet address is Solana wallet. Okay, I will agree to it. Yes, it is Solana wallet. I want us to send it to the Solana wallet. Boom, it goes through. This is what we are building. And pretty soon it will come up. We'll bring it out for our users and everybody in the crypto space who would want to use it to see. It is something that we can do. It's just that we needed the brains, we needed the people who can build this kind of platform. And Caniverse is busy working at it. Very soon we'll bring it out there. Thank you.
Well, looking forward to it. And heads up, everyone, there is so much more coming. Stay tuned. All right. So My next question to you is how does Caniverse plan to make crypto practical? For example, airtime, data, payments, or maybe even e commerce.
Yeah, so just like I was saying, with what we are building in the blockchain space, with the layer one blockchain. Once we have this layer one blockchain, it brings out the opportunities with mobile money interoperability in Ghana. You can sit in your house, withdraw money from the bank. You can buy credit, that is mobile talk time. You can buy talk time or data from your bank directly to your phone. This is what we are building. Actually, we are testing that already. Caniverse is already testing that platform, which we are looking at making sure we learn through the ranks before we bring out the blockchain. Once we are able to learn and see where the issues are and everything, then boom, once we release it, we'll make sure it works as it is supposed to. So the layer one blockchain will have the bridging, the canny swap, the the staking rewards, the e-commerce, and we'll make sure that it will run perfectly, natively, and with no issues. What we are doing now also is this: once you come into the ecosystem and you feel like you want to buy something, you want to buy let's say a bag from the store. Once you come up and you want to buy a bag from the store, you have to go and exchange your funds into fiat before you can be able to buy from the store. You cannot use cryptocurrency to buy from let's say you are buying mobile credit and you want to buy and you use cryptocurrency to buy. No, you cannot use it. Cryptocurrency is over 10 years, and by now we should have something like that working where you can just boom, you at the stroke of your fingers, you can be able to purchase goods and services from anywhere in the world, and it should be shipped to you without having to go through the traditional banks and all that. What CaniSwap or Caniverse Layer 1 blockchain is going to bring on board is this: the e-commerce platform where goods and services will be listed on it, where you buy tangible goods. Like you have Bitcoin, you want to buy a bag of rice. You have Bitcoin, you want to buy a factory machine. You don't have to go and use fiat dollars to go and buy that machine. You just go directly to the e-commerce platform. Once the product is listed, you click on it, you send your Bitcoin, and the product will be shipped to your address. That is what the Caniverse ecosystem and e-commerce platform is going to bring aboard, where we will have people buying with crypto direct without changing it to fiat. This is what we are building. We have been testing that also as well, and it is going very smoothly. But we would have to first do the test run before we can release it to the ecosystem for it to be done. But rest assured, we've been doing it, and it is running very well, and we will soon release it to the ecosystem. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, so far, so good. Thank you so much for all your detailed answers, Jokshan. I want to get into the social impact part. A big focus for Caniverse is underserved regions. So, how are you planning to expand access to electricity, education, and financial inclusion?
Okay, so when it comes to expansion, and then also we actually wants to, once we make it, we know the less privileged areas, we know the communities that needs support. Imagine somewhere in, let's say, today, there are issues in Gaza. There are issues in Gaza. And there are issues in Gaza. You understand? And it will be very difficult to even send goods to that side of the world. But with cryptocurrency, if someone is there and they have, let's say they are on layer one blockchain, Caniverse layer one blockchain, what will happen is just simple. They can raise funds from our platform and use it to serve the community. We'll run charity projects that will serve the community. We know we are working out things already, and pretty soon the ecosystem, the community will start seeing what we are doing. But what we are building will also support the ecosystem or the Canvas project to be able to do the charity works that we want to do. And the layer one blockchain will also have that component where someone can send charity through the blockchain to people who are less privileged and all that. There has been this talk about basic uh, inf- BI, that is the basic income, where people are thinking we have to be able to pay people basic income without them working for it. And it can only be done through blockchain, where it will be transparent, and then it will also be a platform where people would understand that once you send money to somebody, it goes to the person direct and it doesn't go to a different person who, let's say, will say they are NGOs, but once the funds comes to them, they use it, they misuse it, and the people who are rightly supposed to receive the funds, they don't get it. There are places in Africa where people who are the NGOs, those who are supposed to receive the charities to give to the less privileged, are rather enjoying the charities than the less privileged. They are rather enjoying the charities than the less privileged. With Caniverse's project and what we are building, what we want to see at the end of the day is that once you want to send, let's say, a bag of rice to somewhere, there's a town in Ghana called Bunkrugu Yoyo, or somewhere in Asia, or somewhere in Gaza, or somewhere in the Americas. You want to send a charity to someone in Haiti or any other part of the world. All you have to do is come to the platform, purchase that product, send it to the said address, and the product will be shipped to that address without bringing it through a third party. You understand? So will the the salesperson will take your order, make sure to sell or ship the product to the said platform that is supposed to go to, so that the issue of middlemen and the issues of people who will take charities that are supposed to go to the less privileged and take it for themselves and enrich themselves with it, will not be able to get access to this. So Canvas is looking at that point, bridging the gap from the sender to the right doorstep, and not through a third party that will take your value from you. Thank you.
All right. Well, I just have a couple more questions before I let you go. So, my next
Okay.
question is so we during this entire session we did talk a lot about sustainability, right? So sustainability seems to be at the core of your mission. So why is that
Okay.
so important, and how does it tie into blockchain adoption?
And so once it comes to sustainability, you know, every project needs to be sustainable in order to become the success story that we all want to see. In an ecosystem that wants to be sustainable, all we need to do is to support it. So we'll need the community, and then we also need the ecosystem as well. Whilst we will need ourselves as well. So we need the blockchain space, we need the ecosystem, and then we need the team. The team that is working is actually working around the clock to see make sure that we see whatever we want to see come to light, because we've been in the space for long. I've been in the space, let's say, about 12 years now, and the other team members are also, some are even from 2010. Yes, and you can see what we are doing. So we want to make sure that whatever we have seen through the ecosystem, from where Bitcoin went to $1,000 and then fell to somewhere 50 or somewhere uh, $100. We want to make sure that we have sustainable platforms where even if even if you lose value on your cryptocurrencies, the ecosystem must prompt you so that you do not lose so much to the extent that people will become suicidal and all that. All we want to bring is sustainable blockchain platforms, sustainable ecosystem. Make sure that once you invest in the platform, you do not lose your value, you do not lose your funds. People are not happy with cryptocurrency because, or blockchain platforms, because there have been so many scams in the ecosystem. We want to end that, and we can only do that with a sustainable project. And Caniverse is the platform that we can only use to make sure we see that. Thank you.
All right. We are down to the last question. So, uh, my last question to you is, what is the long term vision now? Like, what long term vision does Caniverse hold for, becoming a trusted global movement rather than just another crypto project?
Okay, so our vision is bigger than a token. Caniverse aims to become a global ecosystem and movement. That means a thriving layer one blockchain, a real utility in payments, staking, e-commerce, and education. Our DAO token that balances the ecosystem gives us the chance to be innovative and also work with stability. So we are a community that is driven by that kind of big plan where people hold the power. In fact, we are working around the clock to have so many wheels in the platform where you do not make the decisions without speaking it through them. They can tell you no, where the direction we want to go. No, we do not want to go this way. This is what we are building, and this is the platform we want. We do not want to have just a one-man show. We want to have a whole ecosystem that will bring change in the blockchain ecosystem, and also bridge the gap between the less privileged and then the privileged, and also bring people closer to blockchain in order to make sure that the ecosystem gains the kind of uh, uh, leverage that we want to gain. That is by bringing everybody aboard. We gain the chance to tell the world that yes, now our ecosystem is so large, and we need the kind of legalities we need to be able to thrive as an ecosystem. Just imagine America has banned so many crypto projects. It is not right. It is not right. Not just America, other countries. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency should be legal by now. And we can only do it by bringing everybody aboard. And Caniverse is working towards that. But we can do it with the ecosystem. We can only do it with the community. And only this can bring us closer to our goal. And this is the main goal. Make sure Bitcoin, I keep saying Bitcoin, but the ecosystem or blockchain system must see the kind of change that we want to see in the day-to-day activities in the fiat world. We have to change the fiat world to follow us. And once we do that, we will see the way forward. Thank you.
Well, that was one insightful session indeed, Jokshan. Before we conclude the session, would you like to share anything else which we didn't cover during the session, or maybe any closing remark for the community?
I was thinking we may get one or two questions from the listeners before we end it.
Um, uh, Unfortunately, that's not the procedure for Binance Live. We could have done it on a X Space session, but okay. But
Okay. Well,
I do think we covered a lot of aspects. If anyone has any further questions, I'm sure they're gonna head to you know Caniverse's socials and ask away.
okay. Thank you very much. So, we've just we have two tokens that we are promoting. We are listing the second token in November, hopefully, and we have CDG running already. It's both on the BSC chain, smart chain, and also on Solana. The Solana blockchain token was launched just last week, yes, some days ago. It is currently trading already, and it made the all-time high after it was launched or after the pre-sale. It made the all-time high within two days. In fact, we were able to finish the pre-sale within 24 hours, where we were able to raise 200 Solana tokens to be able to kickstart the trading, and it worked perfectly. In fact, within let me say within 5 hours, we were able to sell about 80%, 60-70% of the whole uh, ICO or the pre-sale that we were doing. We were able to sell it within 5 hours. The rest followed, and then within 24 hours, we were able to sell it off. And all that we've gained, we've pushed it back to the community. We are looking at building a platform where the community gains and the ecosystem grows. So we push it into the platform. We've locked so much of the tokens, and only 500,000 pieces are up for grabs. Today, as we speak, the token is selling for a little above 50 cents, and it is running very well. On the BSC blockchain, CDG token was launched earlier, and that is trading around $3. Today, it has gone down to somewhere around 2.2 USD, and it is also building. We are hoping that these tokens will work hand in hand, and gradually, once everything comes afloat, we'll unload them onto the Caniverse blockchain, layer one blockchain, where we will push things to go further. Once we have all these things, all these parameters up and running, what we want to see is the community will gain, and then the ecosystem will grow. The community will gain much, and the ecosystem will grow. So we are entreating everybody. This is not just a 1 day wonder, a 9 day wonder where people will come and hype it. Once they hype it within 3 or 5 days, and then they are gone. No, we are a project that is building to last. That is why we started with no noise. We've built for 5 years, and we are still building. We are still building. Caniverse, the conceptualization of Caniverse started way before now, especially with the e-commerce platform. We've started it way before now, way before even the 5 years I'm talking about. We tried it somewhere in 2015. It didn't work because of adoption, and we are working around it again to see that this year is 2025. It's 10 years in progress. So by 2026, 2027, we should be able to make sure that this goes out there. Back then, what we learned was, um, we did not trust online purchases, and that one also affected what we were trying to build. Today, as we speak, online purchases are all over. People now buy from Alibaba, they buy from eBay, they buy from all the platforms in Africa. We have Jumia and all that people can buy from. All we are doing is we want to make sure we bridge the gap between the crypto world, where if you use crypto, you should be able to make purchases without going through the fiat system. Now, the fiat system is curtailing the use of crypto. The fiat system is curtailing the use of crypto. We want to make sure that we have a system that will not curtail your use of crypto. In fact, now there are some countries that will tax you for even withdrawing USD from your wallet. It's not supposed to be done. It's not supposed to be done. So what we are doing is just simple. Once you have cryptocurrency, you should be able to make purchases. You should be able to buy your generators. You buy your nano MKES plus generators. You should be able to buy whatever you want to buy, cars and everything. You should be able to buy them without using the fiat system. But we can only do it building one time at a go. But Caniverse is here to make sure that we build to last. We can only do this if we get the support from the ecosystem. We can only do it if we get the support from the ecosystem. So basically, what we are saying is we have our tokens out there. They are selling. They are running already. We hope by November, Caniverse token will also come up there, and then it will start trading. If you get it, please buy. Make sure you join the ecosystem. Let's work hand in hand and make sure we win together. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jokshan. Um, for joining us today and giving us such great insights into Caniverse. It was a pleasure learning about the project directly from you, and I'm really sure our community really enjoyed this conversation because as we mentioned before, it's not just speculation; it's here solving a real problem. Um, so yeah, a big thank you as well to everyone watching us live here on Binance Live. I'm sorry, guys, live Q&A could not happen here, but yes, you can head to Caniverse's socials and, ask away. I'm sure the team will be more than happy to answer your questions. And yeah, thank you to Reliant Crypto community for hosting today's session. Everyone, make sure to follow Caniverse on their social channels for the latest updates. And don't forget to stay connected with Reliant Crypto for more exciting EMAs in the future. That's all for today, guys. It's almost past midnight in my time zone. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and see you in the next one. Bye bye, everyone.